Every year, more than 2 million lambs are processed in the United States. From controlled anesthesia to laser cutting to the millimeter, the entire process takes just minutes. Behind a delicious piece of lamb is a cold, optimized operation. Precise, efficient, but is it truly humane? When more than 6,000 animals are processed each day, how do we ensure that they all undergo a process as gentle as the ideal? The United States produces 137 million pounds of lamb each year. The global lamb industry is worth more than $10 billion. How fast are we consuming, relative to our ability to understand and feel? In this video, you'll discover, step by step in the modern lamb production chain, the ethical standards being set and sometimes ignored, how technology has transformed a biological process into a commercial product in minutes. If you believe food is a story that needs to be understood, subscribe to Smarttech Factories, because sometimes looking closely at a piece of meat is also looking at a whole system. Before lamb makes it to the dinner table, its journey begins in vast pastures, where lambs are born, grow up, and gradually enter a programmed life cycle. In the US, there are more than 100,000 sheep farms with about 5 million animals, of which 80% are raised for the food industry. Today, these farms operate as closed ecosystems, where every factor from grazing, nutrition to growth is controlled by data and sensors. Farmers apply rotational grazing techniques to keep the soil healthy, the grass fresh, and the feed quality stable. Each mother sheep gives birth to an average of 2 to 3 lambs, weighing about 3.5 to 5.5 kilograms. After 9 weeks of suckling, the lambs will be separated and put on a growth-promoting diet. The feed rations are precisely calculated: hay, corn, grain, depending on the growth or reproduction goal. An adult sheep consumes about 3% of its body weight per day. The entire flock is monitored regularly for health using specialized equipment. When the sheep reach 2 weeks of age, the farmer makes some adjustments to ensure hygiene and efficiency, such as shortening the tail to limit parasites. In Texas, home to more than 747,000 sheep, sheepdogs are still used to protect the flock from wild animals. A traditional image still exists in the context of modern management. Under the guise of nature, a precision machine operates before the sheep open their eyes. Once the sheep reach the correct weight and age, they are loaded onto specialized trucks. The process takes place in small, orderly groups. Each individual is assigned a code number to track the animals by weight, breed, and grade. The journey to the plant can take hours. The truck temperature is regulated, and water and dry feed are provided, not only to maintain health, but also to ensure that the meat quality is not affected by stress. At the transfer station, technicians will sort by age and size. Only qualified individuals continue the process. In California alone, more than 222,000 sheep went through this stage in 2021, providing more than 13 million pounds of meat. From here, the sheep are taken to the processing preparation area, where bright lights and automated systems replace pastures and wind chimes. This is the boundary between nature and industry. Every subsequent procedure will be coordinated by machines, down to the minute. But at this speed, can the anesthesia process really be as gentle as it should be? And who is to make sure everything is done correctly? When it is their turn, each sheep is secured with a specialized suspension system, starting the industrial processing chain, where time is measured in seconds and the margin of error is almost zero. Before continuing, the sheep will be anesthetized, a mandatory step according to animal welfare regulations. The goal is to ensure a state of complete unconsciousness, avoiding reflexes during subsequent operations. According to the World Organization for Animal Health, OIE, if performed correctly, the anesthesia process helps 100% of animals no longer react to pain within 3 to 5 seconds. but even a small deviation can affect the effectiveness. In modern lines, the processing speed is very high, making it a real challenge to ensure that each individual is anesthetized correctly. Immediately after that, the automatic system continues with the steps: removing the skin, checking the tissue, and separating each piece of meat according to the programmed standards. After anesthesia and preliminary processing, the sheep are transferred to the separation area, where technology and algorithms master the process. Pneumatic industrial knives cut along programmed standard lines, helping to optimize the meat recovery rate. Parts such as the hindquarter, loin, flank, shoulder, neck, and forelegs all have their own value and have been oriented right from the breeding stage to suit market needs. The 3D scanning system analyzes the fat-lean ratio, muscle tissue size, and then transmits the data to the laser cutter, ensuring maximum accuracy and savings. Parts such as the heart, liver, and lungs are also cleaned, classified by machine vision, and packaged separately. The bones are crushed into raw materials for animal feed or industrial products. However, the journey does not stop there. Meat needs to be optimally preserved in the cold chain, and modern packaging technology is the key to prolonging the freshness and biological value of the product. After sorting and inspection, the lamb enters the final stage in the factory: packaging and storage. This is a key step to maintain quality and freshness throughout the long journey. Each piece of meat is placed on a forming tray. The vacuum system removes air and covers it with a protective film, which helps prevent oxidation and keeps it fresh for up to 45 days without freezing. On the packaging, a smart QR code provides full information: farm origin, processing date, nutritional composition, and quality inspection code. Robots automatically sort according to orders, from export to restaurants or retail, and then wrap them with heat shrink film to increase protection. The final product is placed in cold storage at temperatures from -1 to 4 degrees Celsius, ready to be shipped around the world in optimal conditions. From here, a piece of lamb can appear in a 5-star restaurant in New York, on a supermarket shelf in Tokyo, or become a nutritious meal in a hospital, school, or military base. You've just walked through the entire journey of a lamb, from its birth in a green pasture until it becomes part of a global supply chain, processed, sorted, packaged, coated, and shipped as a finished product. All the way through, everything is running smoothly, precisely. There are no interruptions. There is no room for personal emotion. The living individual fades away to make way for a commodity. Technology has made food production faster, cleaner, and more consistent than ever before. But it has also taken us further away from what actually makes it happen. The question isn't whether you eat meat or not. The question is, do you understand the journey of what you consume every day? If you think this video needs to go viral, please subscribe, like, or share it with a friend who is also interested in food and ethical consumption. And don't forget to leave a comment. Do you still look at lamb the same way you used to?
Thank you for watching the video from Smarttech Factories. We hope you've learned something interesting about food production processes and modern technology. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exciting upcoming videos.